Hello and welcome to another video from Kenson Kerman. In this video I'm going to be building another retro spaceship. All of the parts used here they're all stock parts. The only mod that I do use for this sort of thing is Tweakscale, as it comes in handy for well, changing the size of things. I did spend a long time messing about with these little fins, trying to get them just right. Bit bigger, bit smaller, up a bit, down a bit, in a bit, out a bit, round a bit. Yeah, it took quite a while to get it how I wanted it. And for the nose cone I decided to use one of the fairings to try and save weight, really. Not that it's particularly heavy. These hardpoint mountings that I'm using are jettisonable, so you need to go into the sub menu for them and disable them from the staging list, otherwise you'll jettison them in mid-flight. So we're on to the last few bits, and well, can you tell what it is yet? Well, that's looking pretty much like I wanted it to, and there we go, that's what I was trying to make. I think that's pretty close actually. Yep, Thunderbird 3. Will it fly? So we're just winding up the aero engines and then the reheat, and we're on full thrust on reheat, and we're not going anywhere. I thought I'd try the aero engines first. I thought it's probably going to fly in the atmosphere more than in space, but who knows. So we fly back to the to the assembly building and fit these as well, these swivel engines. Will they have enough power to lift this Thunderbird 3 off the launch pad? It seems not. What's that? Oh, I've only got one engine running. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? So we'd better get back to the assembly building and correct that problem. Eventually I realised that all I needed to do was add a fuel line to each engine from the fuel tank. For some reason that I don't understand, the hard mounting points don't allow for fuel flow through them, which seems a bit odd. So does 3 engines lift Thunderbird 3? It seems not. After a little while of burning fuel off, it's creeping up. It's just moving off the launch pad. A whole 2 meters per second now. Slowly, slowly, slowly is the name of this game. Very, very slowly. So we'll have a bit of a fast forward until we actually reach some altitude. Right now, so it's 1,000 meters. Can I maneuver it? Well, I'll push the nose over a bit, and it seems like it will. No, it's changed its mind. It's not going to fly. Flying down, does that count? trying to get it into the retrograde node. Although it sort of seems to want to do it itself anyway. Now we've lined up on the retrograde node just until it reaches 0. Then I didn't switch it over quick enough, and as you probably know, the retrograde and the prograde nodes swap round when you reach 0 velocity. Anyway, managed to get it back onto the retrograde node, and we're 150 metres from the ground, and we just recover. So it's burnt off most of the fuel now, so we're actually accelerating quite quickly. I think this might be another candidate for the fuel cheat, but we'll see. It doesn't seem to like going where I want it to go, basically. Or it's got a preference to going down. Was that out of fuel? I think no, there's still a little bit of fuel left. But that's just some leftover oxidizer, I think, from when I was running the jet engines. So I've been back to the assembly building and reduced the fuel levels in the tanks so it's lighter to start with. Hey, there we go, blast off straight away. Instead of sitting around on the launch pad burning off excess fuel. As Thunderbird 3 launches with the sun and the moon in the background. Two places it's never going to get to. And again we're just going to fast forward until we get a bit of an altitude where we can play. We'll go a bit higher this time. Where are we? We're coming up on 5,000, 6,000 metres. Or even 10,000. What height did I decide to stop with this one? It's only going to burn all the fuel by the looks of it. And there we go. Now he's free falling back. I think I was just taking a few pictures without the heads-up display on the screen. And it seems to settle into a retrograde descent all on its own. And we're rapidly approaching the sea. I can't imagine this is going to be a nice landing. No. Every single piece seems to have completely disappeared. It looked like I've Tweakscaled the engines down to the same sort of performance as the other ones had, so I think we need a trip back to the assembly building to correct that. So let's have them about, I don't know, was that 2/3 of their full size? And hopefully I've still got fuel lines, and yay, instant liftoff, even with full tanks. Be interesting to see how long this fuel lasts. Seems a bit manoeuvrable. It's wobbling on the gimballing from the engines. We're only on half throttle, about 2/3 throttle. And it's looking a bit unstable, and yeah, there it goes. Well, I hope you liked my video for building and trying to fly a Thunderbird 3. Check back soon and subscribe for more madness.